And welcome back. Well, critics say the deal to avoid the fiscal cliff does little to avoid piling on public debt, and one group is letting lawmakers know about it.
They're posting ads like these all over Washington, D.C. They're aimed at telling members of the ruling class one thing: talk is cheap, overspending is not. Bankrupting America is a project of the Public Notice, a group that teaches complex budget and regulatory issues to the public. Gretchen Hamel is its executive director. Gretchen, good morning.
Good morning.
So how will these ads convince people that overspending really is a problem? I know people have theoretical concerns with the government spending too much money, but sometimes hard to convince them that it's going to affect them. How will these ads make the difference?
Well, it is. I mean, we've had a debate over the course of the past few months that has largely been around taxes and been about revenue. But what the problem is spending. It all comes back to how much we're spending and how the government has been overspending. They've been overspending by $1 trillion for the past 4 years. And it really comes down to fixing that source of the problem and that spending. And we hope these ads will help educate Americans about what's going on, but also hold our members accountable. These ads are on Capitol Hill, and they have a lot of quotes from Obama, from President George W. Bush, talking about the promises they made to cut spending, and they didn't.
Yeah, when did these ads go up? Did they go up before the fiscal cliff talks or just afterwards?
They went up actually on New Year's Eve, and it's basically just to remind everyone of all the campaign promises that they made over the course of the past year. I mean, look at President Obama we'll just take him as an example. When he first came into office back in 2009, the debt was $10 trillion, and he promised to cut it by half before the end of his first term, and here we are, $16.4 trillion later. Same thing for George W. Bush. He came into office back in 2001 when the debt was $5 trillion, said he would cut it by $2 trillion, and didn't quite get that done.
So you make a point that you don't often hear made, at least among small government advocates in Washington, which is this is a bipartisan problem, spending.
Yeah, it is.
It's not just the Obama administration. It's been going on for some time then.
It has been going on for a very long time. Both parties are responsible for it. And I think this is an issue that we have to forget who the messenger is. At the end of the day, this burden will fall on the American public. And to raise taxes on the American people is the easy way out. But the problem is that you cannot tax your way out of this. You could tax everyone 100%, and we would still have a debt of $16.4 trillion that's going to be growing to $21 trillion by the end of the next 5 years.
Have you heard from any members of Congress, having seen the signs?
We've heard from a few staffers that they have tweeted them out, and we encourage everyone to use the hashtag #TalkIsCheap. But they're getting the attention, and we hope they continue to get the attention throughout the rest of the month as the inauguration is coming around. And the only problem is we wish they could get a little bit more attention, but unfortunately, Rex Ryan's bicep was already taken.
That's a shame. Gretchen Hamel from Washington. Thanks, Gretchen.
Thank you.
Thanks, Gretchen. Well, hey, over 1 million people just saw him here, so that's nice.